driving to my mom's house, and I see what I think is a attractive, in shape, thin young lady. She had on thigh-high boots, thigh-high black boots. She had on some brown nude color leggings, and then she had on a long coat with a leopard print on it, and she had this long wavy curly hair, and she had on some cat ears, and she was like, you know, sashaying across the street, and I'm like, oh, she's cute, and then like as I'm driving by her, I see that she has a beard, and she's about 54 years old, I guess transgender woman, but from behind I would have guessed she was like a 24, 23-year-old young woman.
I guarantee you that if she heard you talking right now, she would be so proud.
Yeah, because from behind, I can only imagine like how many guys have like,
well,
and then especially with the masks, like we were saying, with that mask on, and imagine if she just had like some big glasses on. Oh yeah.
That's what I was going to ask you, was have you done that, like seeing somebody from the back and then, you know, realizing, because I've done that I've done it before. I see a cute girl, or I think it's a cute girl walking by from the back, whatever, and then I see the front. And it turns out it's just like a slim, like, I don't know, like an Asian dude or something.
That's not even transgender.
It's just that, you know, like especially like clothes nowadays. Very
slim fit.
I wear a lot of stuff that I definitely know. I mean, sometimes I pick up my style points from women, the way they dress sometimes. So I think the kind of there's a lot of androgyny back and forth, especially with clothes nowadays.
Sure.
There is. Did you, now with these people, are you actually like, excuse me,
No.
Or are you just like...
No, it just happens to you just walk by and you see somebody walking or something like that or whatever at the store.
Yeah. I'd say that does happen, because I've even been on some sets where like the guys, it was like a period piece where it was like the 60s and all the guys have like long flowy hair. Okay, so the other day I get there in the morning and it's like all these what I thought were ladies sitting in these chairs, and they all have like this long flowy hair, and I'm like, oh, I'm working with like all girls today. Turns out I get over to where the chairs are, all guys. But they all had like the surfer guy look.
Yeah.
And it with like hair down to here, just voluminous, beautiful hair.
I guess in pop culture, that's when it like first started happening or being noticed, was in the 80s with like hair metal bands. Because those were like the first kind of openly dressing feminine, even though they're like trying to be super manly. Where I've run into a problem, but not a problem, where I've been fooled, and it happens definitely way more in Hollywood than anywhere else I've ever been, is with the age factor from the behind. Because women here in their elder age definitely keep themselves up or have had work done or whatever it takes. So I'm looking at somebody from behind thinking that they're, you know, in my age range, and then I'm like, wow, you are a grandma. And I guess that also goes with the mask too. Sometimes you can't quite tell how old people are.
Yeah.
Especially here.
Especially if they've done the Rogaine. So they have the nice dark hair, dark beard.
Dark hair, like black hair?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like more people should venture out into trying dark hair. Yeah. I feel like this is the season for it, the Thanksgiving season.
Why do you like hair dyed black so much? Where did you pick up on this?
What's with this emo vibe you're like?
Yeah, is it like a Keanu Reeves thing?
Sidebar, Keanu Reeves is awesome in any kind of hair. I feel like Keanu Reeves would look good with like platinum blonde hair. I just like dark hair.
Okay.
Is that like a new thing?
No, it's not new. It's been around. But I'm open to people trying out whatever hair color they feel is good for them.
I'm going to go blonde someday. Right when I feel like I'm really hitting middle age, that's when I'm going to do it.
I want to be a part of the process. Yes, let's do it.
We still got to cut my hair. I need a hair trim. We're definitely going to do that soon.
We totally forgot.
Are you going to do it on camera?
We should. I mean, everything we do should be on camera.
No.
Everything?
We need to record it so there is video evidence of consent. So no one is complaining
'Cause you're cutting
about.
it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So no one's saying I did not agree to this. She said that I was gonna look like Keanu Reeves.
I would never do that to you.
Okay.
And then you go to tell the court, like, he was aware that I had no license.
Yes, I had no
I am
license.
not a barber.
I'd watched 2 YouTube videos prior to the cutting.
This sounds like we've spent too much time in the audience of Judge Judy.
That's one thing about these court shows. They teach you how to behave if you do go to court one day. And you're like, Your Honor, he told me that it was a present. They're like, well, why would he give you $20,000? That was his payment for his down payment on his house. And you're like, I don't know about that, Your Honor. It was a present.
Okay, next time I go to real court, I'll keep in mind that I should be acting like I'm on Judge Judy.
Do it. They might dismiss it.
Have you guys ever been plaintiffs or defendants on a court show?
I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
Really?
It was back when I first moved to LA. Like I wasn't even acting at the time, and it was called We the People with Gloria Allred.
Gloria Allred had a show?
Yeah, I don't think many people watched
Did it air?
It did.
Oh, wow.
Because I have an aunt that watched it, and she was like, hey. So for my episode, well, it's real cases, but you act it out. They have actors acting out the court cases.
Oh, so it's a real case, but you're an actor for the actual client.
Yep, so they had actors play the plaintiff, they had actors play the defendants.
Based on real cases.
Based upon real cases,
Okay.
and then the verdict that she delivers is the verdict that was actually delivered in the actual case. So I was a plaintiff, and I was complaining because a laptop that my husband and I had purchased had spyware on it.
Ooh.
Yes, and we were saying we wanted our money back because we don't feel safe because this lady could be just watching us in our home. And I had a husband and I had a small child. And when the episode aired, my aunt called like, oh, you moved to LA and got married and had a baby and you didn't tell me this? Like, what is this? And I'm like, actually, I was acting, but that gave me like such good feelings because she really believed it. She didn't think it was fake. But it was very fun.
Daniela, I thought I knew you better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's like, how dare you not invite me to the wedding?
Is her? Was that your mom or your dad's side?
On my mom's side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
It was. But it was fun.
Yeah.
Have you guys been a part of any court cases?
No, I've never even been like the not the jury, but the
Audience?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a fun experience. They even like encourage you. They're like, you know, you got to really argue your point. So like be very passionate, and you guys can even like argue against each other sometimes. Like, what do you mean? They kind of encourage that, and then like when the judge interrupts, you guys have to be very respectful to the judge.
You should have been like flipping her off.
I've done it twice.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
what was yours?
I did one that was like it was a pilot one that never aired, and that one's funny because of the roles they assigned us. I was like so the judge was he was a young guy, like in his early 20s, afro glasses. I think they were going for this kind of vibe, right? And I was a person who was at a magic show.
What?
And I got trapped in the magician's trick. So I was suing the magician. And then part of the thing, yeah, ridiculous, right? And part of the thing was that I like peed my pants in the and had to like bring this up in the court case, you know?
Goodness.
And be like, "In Your Honor, I peed myself! You know, like I'm embarrassed and mad, and like that's like the final straw. Like I don't want to admit that, and the judge is like pressing me, like, "Why are you so mad about this?" And I'm like, "'Cause I even peed myself in the magic trick."
Oh, so that was a thing you were trying to.
Oh, you
Yeah.
didn't
Not
want to
say.
admit it.
Yeah, it was like a build-up,
Yeah,
like because
yeah.
it was all scripted. This was totally fake, clearly.
This sounds like good TV.
Yeah.
It was okay. I think that actually so there was 3 of us, right? The magician who I was going against, and then he had an assistant. And honestly, our play wasn't very good. So like they were gonna call people back for the actual taping. They still paid us, but they were gonna pay us again, and they didn't call us back.
Oh, you got replaced.
That's not your fault. The other people, they didn't deliver.
Yeah, they were kind of stale. And then another one I was on, and that was a real one. I think that was Judge Mayblean. And I definitely sat in the audience for like a bunch of them. Oh, that was horrible. But the Judge Mayblean was me and my girlfriend were like mad at our landlord. And so the landlord, he was like a former newscaster in Texas. He was super funny and quick on his feet. Mm-hmm. And then my girlfriend, we were like talking to her, and she's like, "Oh, I just decided I want to try this. My friends thought I should, and so I auditioned, blah, blah, blah." And then once we got in front of like Judge Mayblean, the girl kind of just like froze.
Oh,
like,
no!
Because you get out there, and so you rehearse with the producer, right, up in the dressing room, and we even like audition and stuff, and things are going pretty good with the producer. She's a little slow, but she's like getting through it, and with the guys' help and stuff, we're setting her up. But then we actually get out there, and it's a little like boom, and the lights are really bright on you. It's really bright in there. There's a 60-person audience, or how many people are sitting in there. And then the judge walks out. I mean, I was feeling too. You get a little sweaty and stuff.
Yeah.
And she just froze. She couldn't and me and the guy were like trying to do something, but she's really. It kind of revolves around her, the story did, or whatever.
So you really couldn't take over.
Not completely, really. So, like, she was the defendant, and I was, like, her witness, but I was standing there next to her the whole time, was supposed to be the thing. So that also, that might have aired. I never saw it or whatever, but it was kind of underwhelming. So those were my experiences. And then, of course, sitting in the audience for, like, 5 hours, and they give you no breaks, and it's these wooden chairs, right? And they're like, if you're good for another 90 minutes, we'll give you some candy. That's literally how the guy talked. And there'd be elderly people there, obviously, who need to use the restroom more than every 3 hours. They're just rocking. They're afraid of getting sent home. And they're like, "Can we please use the bathroom?" And like nothing's happening. The bathroom's like right there. We can see it.
It's like game shows then. Audience work for game shows.
Oh, it's the same crew. The same crew who hosts these, like down in Culver City is where we were. So anyway, but at the same time, I was thankful for the work and needed money real bad, and I like really bad TV, so I enjoyed myself. It was hard to stay awake.
I didn't know that Judge Mayblean either was outsourcing to actors.
I was under the impression they all kind of did that.
So there's a mix. Most of them are fake outsourcing to actors, and then some of them are like you said, reenacting real cases, and then like only one of them is like the actual people. It might be Judge Judy.
Yeah, so I know Judge Judy at least used to be real. I know someone that the show contacted them about going on the show. And so what the show does, if whatever your verdict is, the show pays.
Right, yep. And it does say that Judge Judy is an arbitration-based reality show, so that it means that it is. There's actually like something on the line.
Yeah,
right.
Which actually is good if you got somebody suing you and you aren't going to win. If you're willing to put it on TV, the show will pay for it. You don't have to come out.
Do you guys know how much Judge Judy is worth?
$4 billion.
She's like the richest.
Yes, she's like the
female television person, right?
And it's because she owns the rights to her show.
That's good.
And so last year she made $440 million.
Oh my God!
Right.
Last year?
Yes.
$440 million?
$440 million. The only time I've ever seen, I've seen Judge Judy. Well, I've seen her a couple of times. Now that I think about it, because I used to work. How to Get Away with Murder and The Catch was at Sunset and Bronson, or maybe it was just The Catch. But Judge Judy also shoots there too. So once in a while you see her walking around. But I saw her one time. I was on another show. I don't remember what it was, but we were shooting in Beverly Hills, and she was coming out like at a fancy, one of those hotels around there.
She could afford to.
She could have.
She could have bought the hotel.
She could spend $500,000 a day and still have some left over. Like, whoa, Judge Judy. I know she does have episodes like 5 days out of the week, so that probably helps her.
Oh, I'm reading it wrong. Her net worth is $440 million. Okay. She's still worth that, but she didn't make that last year. She's worth that. They're saying she made $47 million every year for just 52 days of shooting.
52 days of shooting?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, she's living the dream.
So like a month and a half of shooting, she makes close to $50 million.
All right, I have new life goals, and that's to have my own court show.
Oh my gosh, that's like so much better than so many shows. So like even if you are making $1 million a year episode on a show, because you're like the lead person, and you guys are doing 22 episodes, Judge Judy is still doing better than you, because that means
it's in syndication. It plays everywhere all the time.
Every day, like twice a day. Wow, good job, Judge Judy. I think I'm going to now focus all my energy on becoming a judge.
I know, next time we do a podcast, I'm going to show up in a robe with a gavel. Just going to start practicing for my new role.
I know the lead-in music for me, it's going to be dum-dum. Like the Law and Order music, just so you guys can get used to seeing me in that kind of role.
You should carry like something with you, so just when you enter a room.
Hello, the podcast is now in session.
Yeah, you should have somebody. You should pay somebody to be your.
You just stole my idea, but it's cool.
You should pay somebody to be like your bailiff. So whenever you come into a room, they go in first, and someone says, "All rise," and then you walk in.
I feel like this is a job you would like to have, Michael.
It depends on the pay.
I'm gonna pay you in all of my love.
I mean, dude, you get in the door, because once that 440 mil kicks in, even if you get like just a pittance of that, you know?
Yeah.
I'll be your sub, 440 mil.
I mean.
Oh yeah, and even her bailiff is making so much money to just say, "All rise."
He is?
Yes, he's
How do you
making
know that?
really good. So I worked with someone that's like his cousin, and he was saying that like he had been a guy that Judge Judy had worked with as her actual bailiff, and he was retired, and she had just called him up like, "Hey, I got a show."
She must have liked him.
Are you willing? Yeah, she had liked him. She was like, "Are you willing to move to California to be my bailiff on this new show?" And he was like, "Oh, I just retired. I don't have anything going." Sure. And all these years later, he's just all rise.
Do you know what he gets paid?
No. They said that he makes like a lot of money, but
I mean, it's not hard work either.
Well,
you're gonna.
I'm not debating it being hard work. I just want to know what the
like how well it is. Yeah.
Is it like just standard SAG rate or what?
Even standard SAG rate, because you're only shooting 52 days, but he probably has like union.
He has got a contract or something.
Yeah.
You can like look it up or something.
So who do you think is a better gig? What he does or what Vanna White does?
What he does.
Yeah, easier, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No flipping numbers or letters.
Plus, Vanna White is like all worried about her body image all the time, you know.
She's wearing heels.
I think
she's probably really cold on set in those dresses on stage.
But at this point, I think she's so tied to that show, you really can't get rid of her. This year.
Hold on. Sidebar. I found out. So the bailiff makes $1 million a year.
Nice.
That is not a bad gig. Yeah, and good for him, because he was at her actual bailiff back in the day.
What's his name?
His name.
Richie McRicherson?
Bird. Hold on. Petrie Hawkins Bird.
Petrie Hawkins Bird.
He's doing pretty.
That's 3 bird names.
I know, right?
And they said he is said to pull in more than $1 million a year for his work on the show. Because the show's in syndication too. So.
Cool.
Wow.
Man.
Should have become a bailiff.
That's the only time I've ever wanted to be friends with the judge.
All right. Well, that was very informative about court shows. We're going to keep our podcast a little bit shorter today because we want to try something new, which you guys can also check out on our channel. Hopefully, if we finish it, we still have yet to tape it. We're going to do that now. Thanks, everybody, for watching our podcast, listening at home. Like and subscribe to all the things.
It's going to be somewhere around here.
Where? Oh, yeah.
The button.
If we even put a button. All right, I'm going to be selfish and snap us out today.